Yeah, Sean's the only one waiting to come in right now. I haven't let her in because we're kind of test, test. Oh, let me get that audio down. Um, test, 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 1, 2, test, test, 1, 2, 3. All right, so that's that. As always, do not walk in front of the speaker. And then we also just, I'll go in here to audio settings and just make sure that I'm getting good input on that too. Test, 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 1, 2, test. With speakers, these mics, they're not great in terms of talking on the side. They need to talk right into the top of them. So I think these were knockoff karaoke mics from Amazon for 150 bucks. But you know, they serve the purpose. We don't need Sennheisers or Rode or anything like that. So your love. Okay, so we'll do that, and then already started recording to the cloud. Great, that's all going to be in the cloud now for everyone to watch and hear. And then we can go ahead and start admitting. Oh, good point. Right here, play join and leave sound. Turn that off. If not, all throughout the meeting. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Yeah. We're going to disable the waiting room. I mean, I know we've had it for a while, but I think some of the Zoom bomb phrase has died off. So we're going to live on the edge and just let people automatically join so we don't have to watch. Other than that, the other thing is just to kind of keep an eye on the chat. And just keep it there in case anybody has any comments or anything. Test, test, no, test. Test, 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 1, 2, test. Test, test, test. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, Phil. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Not bad.
So we're going to launch in this from TCC.
That's right. Live from TCC.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's go back over here.
Phil, are you there?
Phil's here.
Phil, this is Mike. Phil, say hello.
Hello, Big Mike. How are you doing, sir?
Well, I'm getting better. These feet just won't heal though. I did get the wraps off one foot yesterday. So now I'm one wrap foot and one moccasin foot.
Wow.
Anyway, I'm trying to be sure I get into this meeting.
Michael's iPad.
Uh,
That's good.
yeah, okay. Let's see, maybe Patty will come on here eventually.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll sit back. I won't bother you anymore.
You aren't bothering me.
You were daydreaming.
To me?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen this particular venue just yet. Over here at Timuquana Country Club, I was wondering when we were gonna do that. That's good.
I'm surprised when I pull up the meeting, I get you instead of the meeting. What do you have? Do you see me?
I do not see you. I see a little rectangular place that says Michael's iPad. Now instead of, oh, there you are. There you are.
Okay.
Are you at home?
No, yes. I
You
am
are?
at home.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm at home. I can't go anywhere because I can't drive.
Wow.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna hang in, just leave it here for right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
We're the two most important people there, so
That's right. That's right. We have a majority, don't we?
we do. Yeah, we do.
All right, I'll be back.
Hey, let me ask you a
Yeah.
sensitive question. Are you the classification of I can't remember the name of it now. Golly, a not alternative person, but it's a lot of past presidents have gone that way, and just that way you didn't have to pay all the dues and everything else. Are you one of those?
No, I never changed. I'm paying full load of dues. I just never got around to doing anything about it.
Yeah, I noticed that a couple of us, like Jim Overton and those guys, they came back, and Cecil and all of those, they're all honorary Rotarians,
In our club?
in our club, yeah. And I just joined that, or I requested that happens, and it's mainly because Mike is that I've got a lot of stuff that's over in Pensacola that I'm having to go back and forth over,
Uh-huh.
and it isn't fun. I mean, this is from the hurricanes from last September.
Right.
And so anyway, so I requested, you got to put in a request to the board, and I haven't heard about that yet, but I talked to Patty on that, so she says it would be okay. So I don't know. You doing all right? Yeah, you're in the high tower now, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Your buddies just flew over.
Yeah, they're flying all over the city,
Yeah.
and they'll go away for about a couple of weeks, and they'll come back and do it again. That's the way that they're fighting people for not letting them come over here for a full show. So got to look at it while we can. So
Yep. All right, let me go to the bathroom. I'll be back.
okay, see you in a minute.
Damn thing right there.
Who did that?
The dermatologist
Oh,
got me Friday.
I've got one exactly in the same spot.
Yeah.
And the dermatologist handed it over to an associate, and then she popped a little hole in there. That was about 12 years ago, and it's still there. It won't go. I can't get anything more to pop to the top of my head, but every time
I have a scar. I have a scar on my chest right here where my fingers are about this long from the Friday. I had a cancer.
Yeah, that hurts, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm following your lead on everything you do. You know that, don't you? I mean,
that may not be a wise thing to do, Phil.
No.
That may not be wise.
I think that you're a wonderful person. I've always liked what you've done, in Rotary especially, and I mean that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And I always respected your family. I remember back to when your first one was going to get married.
Yeah. Oh, look at her.
Carolyn working with your Nancy figure out a wedding plans.
Well, I tell you what, I saw your family, one of your nieces or nephews or grandchildren or something, but I saw them at a presentation that I never even knew that the place existed. But your I believe it's the Deacon's or not, no, not.
Oh, David Yadzia. Yeah.
Yes, well, but it's a she in there, and has a great voice. And we went to see
Oh, yeah.
a musical that is good.
That's
Caroline.
Caroline, yeah,
Yeah,
she really
Caroline.
does have a
Yes.
voice.
Yeah,
She-
I went to
She
see
sings
her.
with all St. Matthew Smith.
I forget the name of what the musical was, but it was fantastic, and it was in a little bitty house in Orange Park.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
It was better.
I know what you're talking about. I can't tell you the name. I know, but they had a play there a couple weeks ago. And now they have
Okay.
another one coming
Yeah.
up. Sound of Music, was it, maybe?
No, I know that she did. I think that the one that they did before that was the oh, what is it? The one Tom and Mia, what is the name of that? It's a great musical about going out on an island and these three gals and all this kind of stuff. Come on, Gigi, you can help me a lot.
Hey, Gigi, you gotta be careful. Phil, you gotta be careful
Yeah.
with Gigi, because she's now
Why?
an acting star. She got,
Acting star.
she has
Yes,
up,
coming to living rooms near you.
that's right, yeah.
That's right.
She sure
Well,
does. And I knew her when
yes.
she was young.
You're great, Mr. Mike.
How are you doing with your crusade? At
How am I
JE?
doing with my? Oh, Phil, that is a wonderful question. I am no longer with JEA.
Oh no!
Yeah,
When did that happen?
maybe a couple weeks ago.
You run that past me or
Well, if they had, maybe things would be different. But
so are
it's
you
time.
moving
I think it is
forward?
time for something new. Yes, I am actively looking for something new. So if you hear of anything, let me know.
Give me an idea of which direction you want to go in, or what you're doing now, or what you were doing before. What it's you got to get something to where it will be comfortable for you, and I guarantee you, everybody will
Yeah.
support you. They really will.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's a one. I've been asked that question, and what I'd love to do is serve. And I saw myself, as a public servant and serving, even though whether I had 3 different roles at JEA, and in each one, it just who I was serving changed, but what I was doing still remained the same. So I love to mentor. I love to coach. I love to have people. It just jazzes me when people are empowered and do more than they think they're capable of and succeed. And at the same time, I love leading a team. That's one thing I told my team at JEA all the time was collectively, we are all better and smarter than any one of us. So let's go do great things.
Well, I see Sean just stepped in, so I'm sure that this will have even more power for listening to this conversation. Let me tell you, she ran this an entire football team, I think, but no, she certainly ran something up at one of my favorite places to get a degree and all that kind of stuff. It came this close to getting that, but anyway, I did not know that you were have anything to do with the current mayor by chance.
Do I have anything to do with him? Oh no, that had nothing to do with anything. No,
Okay.
It was just time for a change.
I understand.
That's the most professional, high road thing that I can say. And at the same time, I will tell you that I will always be a positive advocate for JEA. They're doing great stuff. I think we've got a great CEO who's putting together an excellent leadership team.
That's good.
But it takes some time to turn the Titanic. And
You know, I've used that phrase before, except
Yeah.
it had to do with an aircraft carrier. I mean, I
well,
turned
it takes.
down
So you-
command of an aircraft. And
But you
because they
understand.
were, I understand completely. Let me tell you, you got to do what's right, you know, not what's there
Exactly.
for everything.
Well, and
Sean, I'm sure, would absolutely step behind
Yeah.
that too. So
well, I can create and did create a very positive work environment. And one that just nurtured and created additional servant leaders. But that environment wasn't quite there for me. And it's just best. This is what's best for me.
well, let me tell you something. I have been sitting here looking for a little white piece of paper, and I cannot tell you. Can you see that?
No, I see a little paper. Yes.
Hold it up further.
What? Yeah. What does it say?
Jay.
Oh, my business card.
It's a business card. Yeah. That's incredible. I was just sitting here
Well,
looking at it.
My cell phone that's on there is still my cell phone, and I'm still getting calls from people, and I'm still helping them and directing them to the right place to go to get what they need, just because that's the right thing to do. But yes, it is kind of funny that I'm in two different commercials, the economic development commercial and the general customer information commercial. So, which were
Wow.
very fun to do. It was a very fun experience, and all done extremely safely. And when you do see the economic development one, I'm at Intuition Aleworks, and it begins with me walking downstairs, and I had to bring like all of my wardrobe, like different shoes and boots and clothes and things, and then they picked what they wanted me to wear for the commercial. And so I was in pumps because the brewmaster for Intuition was so tall. So I was in a pair of heels, and those were open grate metal steel steps. I can't even tell you how many times they asked us to go up and down those steps to refilm different things. And not once did I have a heel go through that open grate. Didn't stumble one time. That was my big accomplishment.
But you hear what's going overhead right now? It's the Blue Angels
What?
flying over right now.
Ah, it's the
Did
air
you look
show
out?
this weekend.
I'm just walking to the
No,
chair.
no, no.
Right,
They're just
right.
practicing.
Jamie? All right.
Oh,
Here comes the man.
Mr. Mike probably can see him too.
Yeah, he was telling me that when they were flying over.
Oh, that's cool.
I think that's Patty coming in. No,
Let me
who is
see.
it?
Oh, well, I know Marshall's coming in.
I was checking on Dad because I had just hung up with him and I knew he was going to be on, but that was him waving to.
Yeah, he's
Right there.
been on. He and I've solved all the mysteries.
Good.
The creation of the pyramids. We've created all of it.
So Phil, I think you were referring to Auburn earlier. It looks like I'm in the office, but I'm not really. I'm actually in my home office, and it's full of, which is actually my husband's office. And so if I took my virtual background off, you could be able to see.
Here I am.
It's got all kinds of Auburn
Mike.
stuff in it. All of there's Auburn stuff.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
All everywhere in here is Auburn stuff.
Oh yeah. It
It's
is.
all Auburn. Everywhere is Auburn. Everything in here is Auburn. So.
Everything in my little office is all about naval aviation.
I was just going to say, I see Navy everywhere.
I know. I always enjoy seeing what I'm always looking to see what you have on your walls there. So.
she was the best teacher that the new Catholic Church ever had. Isn't that right, Gigi? And she was there.
What?
That's where we pulled her from.
Oh, from Bishop Snyder.
Yeah, from Bishop Snyder.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a great school. I loved my time there. Absolutely loved it.
We know some really nice people who run that place.
We do.
Mhm.
Really nice guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's all right.
And that, you know,
Most
that
of them end up with the last name of Corrigan, or it's not in there somewhere. I'm not sure it's there.
well, you know what?
Yeah.
That nice guy that runs that place, and then one of the guys we're looking at here, the nice guy that runs the place became a grandfather recently. And
Oh,
this
Yeah.
guy here became a great grandfather for the first time.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
oh, wonderful. Congratulations.
It is good news. Wow.
Girl or boy,
Well-
Sean?
What, sir?
Is it a girl or boy?
It's a boy.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Dawson Reed.
Oh my gosh. To even think like David Reed in my geometry class is a daddy. That's a little mind blowing.
Yep.
Oh,
It's-
actually,
well,
actually,
that's not David's. David's child is due the end of this month. This is Talbot's child.
Talbot.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
And they're both having children close to each other
Yeah, month one.
at age. Oh my gosh. That's sweet. That's really cool.
So
Actually,
the first of that generation is born. So
that's
Dad's first.
great grandpa.
Good.
Exciting.
You know, I don't feel a day younger.
You are great, Mr. Mike. I think it's awesome.
Thank you.
Actually, I think we have a little bit of time before they're about to start the meeting. It looks like they're all still chatting too. Tell you a nice story about David Senior.
That's Diaz.
David Yazdia, yeah, the principal. There was a time where my family was going through a few things. Like each of my children, each had something pretty serious going on, either medically or something. And he had written their names and mine and my husband's on a sticky note, and he put it on. And he showed me one day. He had put it at the back of his Bible, so that each day when he's having his prayer time, he's got people on sticky notes on the back of his Bible that he said, special prayers for. And I'll tell you what, he baptized Claire, my granddaughter. He will always have such a huge special place in my heart. He's an awesome man.
He's a good man.
You really need to hear one of his sermons.
Mm.
It's priceless.
I
Mhm.
actually see all of them because I've got a daughter with 4 children, and all of them are just ushered right in for him to do the baptism. So he does all of those.
Yep.
Hey, Dan.
Hey guys, good to see you. Hey,
Hey,
Phil,
Dan.
hello.
Hey, John.
Ryan,
Really
I'm
like-
behind you.
Hello, Dan.
Hey, Phil.
My video's
Phil,
on. Let me
Phil,
see.
Phil, are you feeling okay?
I'm okay. I'm not. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to leave early because I've got to go talk to a doctor here in about an hour. But yeah, I'm doing okay. I was telling Big Michael that I'm just right now on the highway. I'm on I-10 every other day, going back and fighting with lawyers, and this was all due with I even forget the name of the hurricane, but it was last September, and we're still fighting over that. So it's
This is your stuff in Pensacola, right?
pardon me.
This
We had one.
is your
we had one-
condo in Pensacola.
Yeah, we had one in Pensacola and then one right down the road in to Navarre Beach, and that's what's causing all the problems. So
Mm.
anyway, just a lot of insurance people. I hate to say that if we have any Rotarians like that, but I mean, they just don't tell the truth, you know.
Oh,
Is it the
that's
truth?
terrible.
If they're all concerned and all of that, they don't do that. Anyway,
Hmm.
Well, Phil, I had a good experience with my insurance company on a commercial property, Old Dominion Insurance Company, now called Main Street America Insurance. Old Dominion's a Jacksonville-based company before it got bought. I guess they still have operations here. So there's a better story.
Hmm.
it can be nasty, real nasty. But and there's a lot of people that wanted to, you know, make money off of all of that. So anyway,
Hmm.
that's
Phil, what's going on with your health? Are you, you didn't get COVID-19, did you?
no, nothing like that at all. It's some things even prior to all of that kind of stuff. Rather not get into too much detail, but
Sure.
it's just things that I can't complete a sentence and things like that. There's a lot of stuff that gets into matter of fact, I'm looking at different types of things on here now. It's the short-term memory type stuff is it's not good for a 45-year-old guy, you know, like me. But anyway, it'll all work out.
Hey, Phil,
You would,
I was gonna say, hey, Phil, for you and I have clothing that are older than 45, just so you know that.
Me too.
I knew that you were going to say something very nice. Anyway,
Hey, Joe,
Oh,
good to see you.
Nice to see you. Nice to be seen.
You been on your bike a little bit?
Have been.
Oh, good. Oh,
that had a lot to do with my medical part of things. I got thrown from a bicycle out on Jekyll Island twice, as a matter of fact. And I mean, I sort of went stupid real easy. Don't get on a 45-year-old bicycle, that's for sure.
Yeah. I would second that.
yeah, not without a helmet.
Gotta quit something. That's right. Yeah. Crazy.
Well, I now have an e-bike.
I want a three-wheeler or a four-wheeler.
And
With a motor.
the e-bike is a lot of fun because I can still ride a bike, but I can go a lot farther and not have to work quite as hard. So
That's really great.
What's
How
the-
long does the battery charge last?
it lasts. I've never worn it out. I mean,
Wow.
you know, I'm not going to ride for 8 or 9 hours, so I haven't tested a limit, but I certainly can go out and ride for a couple of hours and have plenty of battery.
That's really great. So it's just like it assists.
Yeah, it's just so you can. It's just an assist. So when I take off from a stop sign or something, why I get a little bit of a boost, but beyond that, it's just like riding a bike. Matter of fact, it's even a little more workout because my road bike weighs 15 pounds and this bike weighs 65 pounds. So.
Oh, wow.
The only bad thing about those bikes, sometimes they go really fast.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, my bike will go about 24 miles an hour
Whoa.
without me even having to pedal.
Wow. That could get a little dangerous.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yes.
is that the one, Joe? Is it the one with the big, they have the big wide tires on them?
No, mine has wider tires, but it's not like I've seen those ones with the big fat tires. It doesn't have that. So
Yeah, there seems to be a contradiction there. We're in a time when we are less able to heal from falls. We're now going faster on our bicycles. I don't know.
right,
That
right.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah, exactly.
but it's good for the environment. So if I fall, at least I'm
Mm.
not on a gas powered vehicle.
Sure. Well, you know, what we could do, we'll just scrape you up and bring you to the compost pile here and we'll like,
Oh, God.
Right.
yeah,
See, I can ride up to the zoo now,
absolutely.
which
Come
I never would have done
Just
before.
come on up. You'll be riding through some pretty tough areas or whatever, because some people actually come to the zoo, they commute by bicycle, and man, I'm telling you, it's
Are you
maybe better during daylight savings. But
Are you gonna bring this to Spain on your next visit?
No, no, no.
Be the easier way.
Well, if you're gonna ride up to the zoo by bike, just stop by. I'm about midway. You can stop by for a drink of
That's
Good.
the most important person on the whole docket right now. How are you doing, sir?
hey,
I'm doing well, thank you. Hope everybody else is.
Yeah.
Very
Good to
fine.
hear your voice, Alton.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
Everybody have a nice Easter.
Wonderful.
Yeah, fantastic.
Love your
Beautiful.
family.
Beautiful weather, wasn't it?
Mhm.
it was.
It truly was.
That lasts about 2 weeks here in Florida before it starts getting really hot.
Right. So,
Well,
Right. Oh.
yes.
Hey, it's Philippe. It looks like, well, no, I thought Marshall was starting the meeting. Philippe, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Yeah. Can't complain over here.
Where are pictures? Where are the pictures? Are you hiding over there?
Who's hiding?
I was gonna ask Alton what he had in that jar that he's been drinking from, so. Don't know.
Coffee with a spoonful of MCT.
That's good.
Gigi, you kind of look like you're maybe on a trampoline or something. You're
You're
muted.
mute.
I'm sorry. I'm trying not to move my phone. My son is here this week, so he is in the room that I use as an office. So usually I can just sit in there and prop the phone up and be fine. So I'm actually out in our Florida room, and there really isn't a place that I could put the phone down that I wind up being in the screen. So I just kind of am changing hands and resting my arm and trying to hold it up
Yeah, you kind
And
of
keep
look
it-
like you're on a
and keep it steady.
yeah, it kind of look like you're on a trampoline, kind of going up and down. So
I'm so sorry if I'm making you guys seasick.
no, it just looked like you were having a lot of fun.
Well, I am having a lot of fun talking with all of you guys. It is. I look forward to this on Wednesdays. It's wonderful.
You guys hear the jets?
You betcha, they're right behind me. There's a whole deal they were trying to tell the Blue Angels and the Air Force that, the Blue Angels wanted to still do all the air shows. And so they acquiesced and decided to allow them to at least say, well, we're just gonna practice in each major city, especially in Jacksonville, because that's where they were founded, right here. And so that's why they're coming over from Pensacola and doing a lot of things like they're doing right now. But it's keeping them in tune.
Yeah,
And,
they've been coming over the house for about the last 45 minutes or an hour. So
yeah, they'll be doing that.
Those the Blue Angels, Phil?
Mm.
That's
yes,
the Blue Angels. But hey,
Yeah.
thank you prayers for my son. He just entered in he flies one of those things off the
Wow.
well, he's over there. He's in the Persian Gulf now. Just got in there and is already the first battle run that they're going after one of the guys who chopped off everybody's heads.
Oh my goodness.
Remember when those are the guys that they're going after pretty much, from what I understand. But he's in a really fast airplane, something that he'll hold everything together. But anyway, that's my story.
What's your son's first name, Phil?
Pardon me,
What's your son's name?
Matthew.
Matthew. Okay, I'm
You cover that one.
putting them on the
Matthew.
list.
Thanks. That'd be good. That'd be good.
Okay.
Oh, those guys are good. This is fun. What are we doing tomorrow?
So is this the meeting or is there actually something?
Well, I know we're supposed to have a speaker from the Boy Scouts, and I saw Marshall queued up a presentation earlier.
Okay.
Well, I think this is a breakout.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're not, it's more like we do live. They don't start the meeting until about a quarter of, so, the people are eating their lunch and things. So I don't think there's anything wrong tonight, but.
Okay. Hi, Raul.
They assign you to a breakout room when you sign off. Sort of like sitting at the table with
The Blues again.
I think we are the breakout room. There's Raul. We want to.
Yay.
Raul.
I tell you guys, I love, getting a live look in, listening to Gigi and her sincerity, Phil Voss always sharing about his family, Jerry McCool is spot on about breakout session, and Dan, gotta love your color commentary, but really excited, really excited to be able to, share an hour with you all. And I thought Marshall Butler was really good last week, and listening to him and how he is an ardent advocate for Rotary, and not just, speaking about it, but living it. And you got to love the way that he builds the Rotary brand, through his appearance. I mean, he just bleeds it, and many of you all bleed it too. You guys, again, share that example. Looking forward to hearing today's speaker. Gigi, you referenced it about Robert Burns and his role with the Boy Scouts of America. And I know that our Rotary Club is doing a great job in planning a family event where we're all going to be able to get together in the start of May, I believe. And we're all going to be getting together at the grounds with the Boy Scouts, and that should be a lot of fun. But Wednesdays are a great day, especially being with you guys. So God bless. Hope everyone had a great Easter celebration and have a renewed found inspiration for springtime. And I think, hey, every day that we advance, this virus is becoming further and further away in that rearview mirror. So I think we're heading in the right direction, guys.
Let's hope so. Raul,
Mary Pat,
work, Raul?
Mary Pat, are you there?
Say it again,
I'm
Dan.
here. Ike's going to run the meeting from the Timaquana because I've got to jump. I'm kind of in between meetings at work today. So it's good to see everybody.
Good to see you.
Enjoy your meeting.
Oh, I thought Ike was going to the podium, but he's
toying with us. I was asking Raul. Raul, are you back? Raul, are you at work? Are you at your office?
That's right, Dan. I'm at the office, second floor of what used to be called the San Jose Hotel, now Bowles Hall, and one of the historic places in the state of Florida. And
somebody's goofing around.
Are you watching? Oh my God!
I don't know how to do the bunny ears.
Oh gosh, the live feed is so funny.
With these Zoom people.
Oh, it's so
Everybody on Zoom?
All on control.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome to the April 7th meeting of the Rotary Club of West Jacksonville. Zoom addressees, please mute yourself and use the chat feature. Our invocation will be given by Jeff Ludwig, followed by Drew Bisbee leading us in the pledge.
Oh, there it is.
I'm glad they muted themselves. Fellow Rotarians, will you please bow your head and pray with me? Let us pray silently together, each of us according to our own individual beliefs. Let us as Rotarians offer thanks for our food, blessings for one another, and for absent friends. Let us be a source of hope for those in need and continue in contentment for those who are lonely. Let us give gratitude for our opportunity to serve Rotary and others as a group together. Let the feelings of love, kindness, and well-directed yet gentle spirit always be reflected in our actions as Rotarians. Bless this food to the nourishment of our body and us to your service. Amen.
Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
President Mary Pat jumped in between board meetings. If we could unmute her real quick. Like to address the club, President Mary Pat.
Thank you, Ike. I just wanted to welcome everybody today to the April 7th meeting of the Rotary Club of West Jacksonville. Take it away, Ike.
As we go forward, it's really important that we pre-register in DAC-DB, RSVP, so we get the right head count and the club's prepared for us. Also, there's several events coming up that we can RSVP for in DAC-DB. So it makes life a lot easier for Patty and life a lot easier for the club if we do that. Thanks for everyone who brought diapers today. For the foreseeable future, every time we meet live, we'll bring diapers for community health outreach. And Mike and Mike has a pop-up related to community health outreach.
Thank you, President Ike. On Saturday, April 17th, we are going to be participating in another food distribution for community health outreach. This is one of their truck-to-truck food distribution projects. They need a lot of volunteers. We hope to be able to supply them at least somewhere between 10 and 12 volunteers. We do have sign-up sheets on the table today, but also, as President-elect Ike said, we can have people sign up on the DAC-DB website as well. If anyone has any questions, you could get in touch with me or Mike Crumpler, and there's information on the website as well. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, April 17th, Saturday, April 17th. Thank you, Bill. From 8 a.m. till noon.
Thank you. Also, the Baker County Rotary Club hosts a beauty pageant every year, Miss Baker County pageant. And they're looking for any volunteers from our club who would like to judge a beauty pageant. So if you want to get into that, just see me after the meeting. I'll give you Harvey Baxter's information. Also, real important to mark your calendars for May 1st at Camp Ecta. Easy for you to say. I can't say that word.
Echockety.
Echockety. Okay, Echockety. We're going to have a family fun day. Bring family, bring neighbors, bring kids, bring grandkids. It's going to be a lot of fun. Our speakers there are going to share a lot more about that. Next week, we're on Zoom only. We've got a great speaker. Ed Lombard's lined up a speaker we'll tell you about later. No family of Rotary. Our visitors today, I'll be introducing our visitors. Any other announcements or pop-ups for the Good of Rotary? Anybody in Zoom? All good. All right. Without further ado, I'm going to introduce our speaker, and he's got a couple of folks with him that he's going to introduce. Robert Burns is the facility director from the Boy Scouts of America North Florida Council. In 2011, Mr. Burns had the chance to join the team, the North Florida Council, the Boy Scouts of America, as a ranger. 3 years later, he was promoted to head ranger. In 2019, he was promoted to his current role as facilities director. In this role, Robert manages 3 council camps, the main office, and all camps personnel. Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Burns.
Good afternoon, everyone. I brought out the big guns today, and he's going to start the presentation for you. He's our Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Cole Walters.
Thank you, Robert. Good afternoon, everyone. Well, look, it's always good to be amongst a group of friends that share the same ideology that the scouting program does. And for those of you that aren't familiar with our organization, our mission in scouting is to help prepare that next generation of people, young people, for life through the Scout Oath and the Scout Law. And you can see on the left-hand side of the screen there, those 12 words, everything from trustworthy to reverent. And I think we would all agree that if everybody in the world, not just here in Jacksonville, but if everybody all over the world followed those 12 tenets, the world would look a lot different than it does today, right? And so that's really what we're in the business of doing. Rotary International and the Boy Scouts of America have a very long-standing history together. In 1918, Rotary became the first service club, civic organization to charter scouting units across the country. And in fact, at both two of our camp properties, we have service projects that have been done by local Rotary clubs to benefit scouting, which Robert's going to touch on here in just a couple minutes. And look, if you know anything about scouting, you know that we love to give out awards to everybody and anybody for the work that they've done. And we're proud to offer the Cliff Doctorman Award for Rotarians who provide exemplary service to the scouting program. So this is just an example Robert had found walking around camp recently, that our handicraft shelter down at one of our properties, Camp Shands down near Melrose, was built as a service project by this club and was dedicated in 1995. So that's just one example of the partnership that we have with the North Florida Council and our local Rotary clubs across our area. Much like Rotary several years ago turned 100 years old, we as a council are very proud to be celebrating our 100th anniversary of serving young people in scouting this year. In fact, the official anniversary was February 14th, 2021. And I got to tell you, it's really hard to find organizations that have been around for 100 years. And we've got two of them in the room today. So that's something that I think is really special. What you'll see here next is a copy of our service map. We cover 17 counties across Northeast Florida. We go as far southwest as Ocala. We touch Lake City, as well as the greater Jacksonville area as well. And just to give everyone a quick recap of what we were able to accomplish in scouting last year, even in a pandemic-related year, we know a lot was closed down, a lot was restricted in what we were able to do. But we were able to partner with 185 faith and civic-based organizations across those 17 counties, where we were able to serve over 7,000 young people, including nearly 400 at-risk communities in the urban core of Jacksonville. And we were able to give service in over 50,000 hours by adults and volunteers. And we still had over 8,000 families, youth and adults, that were able to utilize our 3 camp properties that Robert manages in 2020. So quickly, by show of hands, how many former scouts do we have in the room or on Zoom today? Quite a few. So I know I'm amongst friends. Keep your hands raised if you're an Eagle Scout. Do you have any Eagle Scouts in the room? Fantastic. So look, those that have earned the badge know how hard it is to become an Eagle Scout. In fact, only 5% nationally since the inception of our programs have earned the Eagle Scout Award. So give yourselves a big round of applause. We're in very elite company today. The North Florida Council is proud for the 15th consecutive year to have over 200 scouts earn the Eagle Scout badge in 2020. We had scouts that figured out a way as you can see on the screen, to complete boards of review over Zoom and virtual platforms. We had scouts that were able to figure out how to do their projects amidst some of the challenges that we all faced last year. And that included 13 young ladies who were part of the national organization's inaugural class of female Eagle Scouts. Another highlight for our organization was being able to offer a summer camp experience that was COVID-free down at Camp Shands. We were the only council in the state of Florida to put forth an in-person summer camp, in large part to Robert's efforts and many others on our team. And we had over 600 attendees, 600 young men and women attend camp this past summer. So that's something that we're very proud of. And we're planning to do the same thing at St. John's River Base at Ochakee, where we've got our event coming up on May 1st for this club. They're on Doctors Lake over in Orange Park. And we'll be putting on a lot of summer programming over there in addition to our programming at Camp Shands this summer. So just a couple ways that you can help and continue to stay involved. And I know that this club has been very supportive in the past through a lot of different avenues. If you enjoy working directly with kids or mentoring youth, there are several opportunities to get involved either directly with a unit or directly with children through our career-based exploring program, or even with a local unit, or even mentoring some adults in their leadership roles to share your experience. And then also just being able to share the positive stories that many of you have in the scouting program and encouraging other people to join, because I know that many of you feel like Mike and Robert and myself, that the scouting program is certainly still a transformational program for young people. Again, this club's been incredibly supportive, and I know there are a lot of familiar faces both in the room and on Zoom with us today. We've got one of our largest events to help keep scouting moving forward coming up here in just a couple weeks over at the Schultz Center. We'll be honoring two fantastic community leaders, City Councilman Michael Boylan, as well as local business owner and former district governor, Percy Rosenblum. So we would encourage you to come out, learn a little bit more about scouting and what we've been up to, and help us honor some great community members as well. At this point, I want to turn it over to Robert for a little bit more about our camp properties, which you guys will have the opportunity to come visit here in just a couple weeks. Robert?
Thank you, Cole. I told you I was bringing out the heavy guns, so and I did. Fantastic. I just wanted to give you a little bit of history about St. John's River Base at Ochakee, as it's currently named, and more importantly about the Rotary Club facility within the camp. Went wrong way. All right. It began as Camp Ochakee in 1923. Serving as the council's primary camp until 1967, when Camp Shands was purchased and then became the summer camp. The name changed in 2014 to its current name, St. John's River Base at Ochakee. Most of us just call it River Base, as that's a little much to swallow. The W.W. Gay building at River Base was built in the late 50s. It was later dedicated after Bill Gay's company he founded in 1962 for his dedication to scouting. He served as the North Florida Council's executive board president in 1976. Back then, there was only one-year terms. Now it's two-year terms. So we were very fortunate to have Mr. Gay as our president of the executive board. Fun fact about Mr. Gay, I found this quite impressive about him. He was, all of you know, he was a charter member of this Rotary Club, but what you may not know is he had a 52-year perfect attendance record at this club, which I found outstanding. That just does not happen in this day and age. So he was a great man. Bill Gay received the Silver Beaver Award in 1979. That is the highest award that a council can bestow a volunteer for noteworthy service for exemplary exceptional character to youth. I have had the fortune of being a recipient of the Silver Beaver Award a couple of years ago for my volunteerism, and it was a big thing. My wife told me, wow, if I would have thought it was that big a deal, I would have brought some more people or something. So The WWGA facility underwent renovations in the 1960s. It seems a little soon for me. I couldn't find any information on that. So it's not like it is today where you can break out your phone and instantaneously have some history on your phone. You know, back then it was very difficult. The facility is built to accommodate adult training at the time. It's a little bit separated from the rest of the camp, so that was what they had in mind when they originally built it. Today, it's used as a flexible space for events, units, and training, and is very much in high demand due to it having bathrooms on site, which is, if you've been camping, is very important. Here's a picture of the front of the WWGA building. As you can tell, it's been from the 50s, so we've maintained it. We've made it safe. Aesthetically, it's not in the greatest shape, so it's becoming due for a remodel. Here's the open pavilion that scouts use to do crafts and things like that. Here's the prep area with a fireplace. Remember the fireplace. I'm going to circle back around to that in just a few seconds. Here's the bathroom facilities. Again, you know, they're showing their age. So definitely in need of some refurbishment. Here's the walkway leading to the facility. As you can see, it's a beautiful walkway, but again, showing its age. Another item that Mary Pat asked me to mention was the pool, and we have the Ringhaver Memorial Pool at River Base that is getting remarcited now, but there were some safety issues with, and I'll move along with the decking being uneven, and some safety issues with lifeguard chairs and cracking concrete that she wanted to address. So, and then as we circle back around and we put a nice bow on everything, this is a picture of a pack at the WWGA facility. And one of the young men in that picture is standing to my left right here, Mr. Cole Walters. So that tells you what character, if you devote yourself to the program, you can become. He's dedicated his life to service of youth. And I think it's just outstanding. We'll take any questions.
I have a question from Zoom, if you can hear me.
We can hear you, Mary Pat.
Okay. Can you tell us about how many scouts a year will pass through the picnic areas and enjoy the facilities there?
So I would estimate that at about 4,000 to 6,000 per year. The camp, because it's in the city of Orange Park, it's more local to the vast majority of our membership base, so it is used quite extensively. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
I apologize, but can you tell me exactly where the St. Johns River Basin camp is? Is this in Orange Park?
Yes, sir.
Down along Doctors Lake Drive?
Yes, sir.
I know exactly that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Can you also share with us some details about what we can look forward to at our event on May 1st?
Absolutely. So Michael has enlisted us as the program team to open the camp up to your Rotary Club and bring your family, friends. We're really excited to do this and appreciate you guys coming out with your family and friends. We're going to have, things for the little kids like BB and archery. We're gonna have the waterfront open. I'm quite confident the pool's going to be open and working by then, so we'll have the pool going. So just a lot of fun for you and your family to come out to and enjoy May 1st between 3 and 7, I believe the flyer says.
And there might even be some cookout involved.
Yeah. Oh, great point, Mary Pat. Yes, we're going to be feeding you lunch. And I've been told it's pizza, but I'm lobbying for something else, maybe burgers and hot dogs. So, but there will be food involved.
Okay. You talked earlier about some of the things that need to be repaired at the pavilion. Do you have a budget in mind? Have you already laid out all the things that need to be done or that you'd like to do?
So we met with the contractor who has done just a lot of work in that facility, and we are really happy with him. He's giving us a bid by the end of the week, and we'll know where we're at as far as budget. Yes, sir.
You had mentioned about the other 3 facilities, so I gather Camp Shands is one. What's the third one?
The third one is Camp Francis. It's 11 miles from Camp Shands in Interlochen, Florida. It's a 40-acre primitive camp that we own and operate.
Just a little feedback on Mr. Gay. He actually had the national award for the antelope as well.
He was quite a man.
Him and Bob Coyle got it at the same time.
He was we were very proud of him and his company. Another very short story. Once upon a time, we had an air conditioner that was so old we couldn't get parts. So we would enlist WWGA to make us parts to keep it running, because we're frugal. We treat it as other people's money, not ours. Therefore, we try and get the most out of every facility and every building and every piece of equipment we have. And WWGA and Mr. Gay has been just instrumental in helping us along the way.
I just want to thank you so much for your service to our young people. I just am reminded about, and I can't state specifically the quote from Gerald Ford, who himself, I believe,
Phil, did we lose our connection?
Yeah, I think we did.
Well, it looks like they were about to put a wrap on everything. We may have to do the 4-way test alone.
I think we might have to.
Oh, I see you now, Dan.
I can do it if we want to. I guess this concludes our April 7th meeting of the Rotary Club of West Jacksonville. Fellow Rotarians, if you would join me in the 4-way test of the things we think, do, or say. First,
Is it
the truth?
second,
Is it fair to all concerned?
All concerned.
third, will it
Build
Build
goodwill and better
goodwill and
friendships.
better friendships.
and fourth,
will it
Will
be
be
Beneficial
beneficial
to all concerned.
thank you. And may all of us at some time own a shirt as well pressed as Raul's. Guys, have a take care, guys.
Thank you, Dan. Take
Thanks,
care, everybody.
Dan.
Thank
Be
you.
safe.
Bye-bye,
Thank you,
everybody.
guys. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Mr. Mike.